Well, thanks for coming in. Yeah, big respect for that. Even though you're in your bed until about 11:30.
No,
but anyway,
it's 11:30 now. But it was 10:30.
I mean, brother. 10 o'clock. But I should have known BMT. So first question, Faris.
Hit me.
So take us back. Can you remember when you first started training and how soon it was until you competed? And also basically what specifically made you want to compete around that time?
That's a mad question. I started training 2015 January, and I started training with at Pyramid, like a local gym in
Woolwich. I know
in
Pyramid.
Woolwich.
Yeah.
So I started training in Woolwich, and I was training with Dan Vinny in it. He's like an MMA guy, really good no-gi. So I was training there, and I was like proper enjoying it. And I think it was like really soon, like probably like 2 months after training, I did a competition, right? It was like a massive, you know that one, the local one in Dartford.
Right.
And imagine, the first fight, obviously you're nervous for your first tournament, right? But I felt okay, do you know what I mean? But I didn't know that I didn't know nothing in Jiu-Jitsu realistically, right? So I went into the tournament, first fight, I got flying armband. Imagine that, like in my whole Jiu-Jitsu fights, innit?
How soon into the fight was it when that happened?
Oh, straight away. But listen, I didn't want to tap, innit?
Yeah, of course.
So I wasn't tapping. I think it was a flying triangle, actually. Yeah, it was a flying triangle. And I wasn't tapping. And then I think he switched to the armbar, and I was like, oh, damn, my arm's in the... So I had to tap, innit? And I lost. But then I did a no-gi tournament after that, in the same day. And then I won that. Do you know what I mean?
So you kind of got your confidence back?
Kinda, yeah. I didn't really... Yeah, to be honest, yeah. I think maybe then losing was a bit more of a bigger deal because it's new. But obviously, now if I lose, I care, but I don't care. Because it's part of the process, right?
Right, your mindset's different now.
Yeah, you don't want to put too much pressure on. Like, a lot of people go into the fight and fear that they're going to lose the fight, and then they don't perform as well. But I don't care if I lose now. I think as long as I do my best, I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? Because everything can happen, you know?
So you're training at RGA now, but then that's HQ.
Roger Gracie.
Where is that exactly? Just in case
It's
people
in
don't know.
Hammersmith. Come, bring your kids. I teach kids classes with a couple other good instructors.
So in your opinion, what makes training there so special? I mean, I've heard things about obviously RGA being a HQ. I've been there a couple of times. I'm not actually trained myself, but obviously I know a lot of people that have trained there and they say good things, but you train there regularly. You're staple there. What in your experience makes it so special?
I think what that gym focuses on with the instructors is solid like fundamentals, maintaining position, getting positions, keeping like those dominant positions like the mount, the back, the side control. Like the whole game is pretty much like I think I try and emulate my game. Not like Rogers, but in the way he wanted to do his, like sweep, pass, submit. Like it shouldn't be like, I pass the guard and then I go back and then I pass again. As soon as I pass the guard in most of my fights, more times than not, I'll keep that position, take the back, or I'll submit my opponent. Is
that the general ethos that they teach there across the board, or is it specifically what you've decided for yourself?
I think I've decided that for myself, but the general thing they've taught is just solid fundamentals. So when you have solid fundamentals, naturally you won't lose positions.
Of course, of course.
Oh, and also the depth. There's a lot of like good guys to train with, a lot of talented guys, always new people coming in. So, yeah. So. I haven't really been to any other gyms, obviously, because I feel like I get all that I need at my gym. Do you know what I mean?
No,
like
absolutely.
Usually, people kind of travel around and...
I was going to say, a lot of people do cross-train, but I've never actually seen you do much. Obviously, you visit other people here and there, but like a lot of people do it on a regular basis. I've never seen you actually cross-train.
I just feel like I don't really need to cross-train because I feel like, obviously my focus is the gi, isn't it? So I have everything I need at my gym to be the best in the gi, So I don't necessarily have to cross-train there,
For sure.
I understand, obviously, if it's no gi and stuff, because maybe not a lot of people do that kind of heel hook rule set, but in the gi, like,
We're gonna come into the whole no-gi thing.
Okay, cool.
In a second, because there's a question I want to ask you about that. But obviously you have kind of graduated through your experience of training there, and obviously getting to your purple belt, which I know Roger doesn't give out very easily. And as a result, you now do seminars, from what I've seen, right?
Yeah. No.
How are you finding teaching them on that level? So obviously there's teaching classes from one end, but teaching seminars is a whole different experience. How are you finding it?
It's okay. It's normal. It's like, I think it's okay because people know what to expect because they're coming for you, so they like want to learn part of your game. So you're teaching essentially what you like to do. Do you know what I mean? Rather than me trying to teach a move that I don't usually use. So I'm more familiar to explain that move and the details in it.
Are you not skeptical about showing perhaps someone from another team who you maybe come up against?
No, because even like Roger said this before, like even if you show even if you show a move to someone, like you can show a video and all sorts, right? Make a technique video. It doesn't matter because obviously they're not gonna be able to do it the exact same way because there's small details, you know? So obviously these little details you have to perfect, you know, and the only way you're gonna perfect it is just through repetition of that move and doing it in like resistant training, like sparring and stuff. So you can see the reactions, see like the missing pieces and all that kind of stuff, right?
I mean, I would say you're an avid competitor on the circuit, and a lot of people in the UK obviously know who you are from the amount of competitions you've done, and also from obviously how well you've done in them. Thinking back, or even recently, who would you say has been your toughest opponent or your toughest fight to date? And that can include anything, can include normal rounds, absolutes, whatever.
Who's like been my toughest opponent to fight?
Yeah, for sure. Who's your toughest competition to date?
To date? Whoever, like in general, how I fought? No, it's not him. I think...
I thought that fight was kind of
yeah.
epic, because I thought that was a tough fight for you.
Yeah, no, it was a tough fight.
It was a quality fight, because it's like you're both tough players.
But I wasn't 100% of that fight. Okay. That's the only problem. Obviously, I don't like making excuses and stuff, like he beat me, like he legit beat me, innit? But like I wasn't 100%. Just because obviously I did a lot of traveling, like weeks prior, like I was flying a lot. I did Abu Dhabi Grand Slam on a Saturday. I had to fly back to London that same night. I stayed in London for a day, went to Lisbon, and I got like a bit like run down from it.
Right.
So like, I felt like my cardio wasn't very good. You know, like even in the other fights, I was gassing out.
But
really
you knew
bad.
You'd have to do the Euros as well, and you knew it would be
I had to do it, but I wish, obviously it's a learning experience again, but I wish I didn't go to Abu Dhabi and fight for the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam. I wish I would have just put in more energy for the Europeans. But I think it could be a different fight if I was fit, like, do you know what I mean? The fitness, like, took me down, like, then I was like, oh, damn, like, do you know what I mean?
No, I get it, I get it.
But I think toughest fight to date, like, personally, like, shocked me, like, the most was probably, like, Tainan, innit? Dalpra, the guy from AOJ. Man, that guy he's good, man, trust me.
What were you thinking when you fought him?
Like, this guy's flipping strong. But yeah, he's good, man. He's a technician as well. He's not just like strong.
Okay.
He's sick.
Okay. On the theme of competition, obviously there's, especially of late, man, there's like every man and his dog is a promoter these days, and there's like, you know, all these promotions coming up, and there are sub-only competitions all over the place. I obviously remember back to Tough many years ago when you were on there, and I thought you had a stellar performance. And obviously it's a shame that Tough folded, because Tough was one of the best competitions that we had almost locally to us. But now with so many competitions, I'm surprised I don't see you on a sub-only circuit. Is that something you would potentially want to do? Is there a reason you don't do them, or what's your thoughts on that?
Obviously, my focus more in this given time is to be world champion in the gi, and obviously get these titles and credentials under my belt. Do you know what I mean? Under each belt. You know, so me doing like a sub-only comp drifts me away from focusing on the gi and getting better in the gi, right? Yeah. And I feel like I've transitioned to no gi easier with being good in the gi than being good in no-gi and coming to the gi, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's going to be arguments for and against, but I mean, it's your
Nah,
opinion.
it's facts.
Yeah, no, I mean,
think,
I know what I think about it. I'm pro-gi, so I would always say that. But, you know, other people will have their opinions, but it's only yours that matters, and that's why obviously we want to know what you think about it.
Yeah. No, I think the gi is the way forward. Obviously, in terms of getting good fundamentals, you know, you have to be in the gi. A lot of people, I think as well, like, this is the thing, a lot of people make a name from this sub-only thing. But at the end of the day, like, the only reason they're doing sub-only is because they couldn't do anything in the gi. So, you know, that's why they're in it. You know? And I think that's for the majority of them, even the toppest guys. Yeah,
it's a skeptical comment. You're gonna have people that, again, that are pro.
Let's be real. Like, the depth in sub-only, as in like the amount of athletes that do sub-only. There's not a lot, right? There's only a small percentage of the jiu-jitsu community doing sub-only, right? Because it's a new thing.
I think specifically it's about rule set. I don't even think it's a question of gi or no gi. I personally think it's a rule set thing. If it's a spectator sport, if that's what we're focused on, then we want movement, we want action. People talk about 50-50, but not every gi match goes into 50-50. I find gi matches exciting, and it depends what you're looking for. Transitions, to me, it's a lot more exciting.
Yeah.
But again, that's my opinion.
Basically, even if you want to say like the rule set, only a small amount of people do this all kind of submissions rule set, right? So, you know, like, it's easier to be successful in that rule set if you focus on it, because not as many people are going to learn the systems.
Following on from that, is there a message you would say to anyone that says, "Oh no, Faris is just a gi player"?
Only in the gi?
If they said you're just a gi player, if people was to say you're just a gi player, what would you say to them?
Come try me.
Simple. That's it.
Yeah, for real. Come try me.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I have no gi competitions, obviously. Man, I spend a month doing the hook stuff. That's all I need for some of these guys.
Say no more.
Amazing! Has submitted Marcus Buchecha in 7
That's amazing!
Right, so for the next segment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a series of quick-fire questions, but no explanations, just a response. Yeah, just an answer. So, top or bottom?
Top.
A well-timed guard pull or a savage takedown?
Takedown.
No hesitation, my brother. What are you saying?
Takedown.
I see you pull a lot of times, but all right.
Whoa, it's only because the other guy wants to pull.
You don't have to give me an excuse for pulling guard. I like pulling guard.
First to do it.
There you go. Sub or points domination?
Sub.
Slick bow and arrow or super tight armbar?
Slick bow and arrow.
I knew you'd say that. Relentless guard passing.
Relentless guard passing.
Or soul destroying dominance.
Oh, soul destroying.
I mean, you got to choose one.
Wait, are those both the same thing?
Nah, there's relentless guard passing, like, or there's no. So when I say soul destroying dominance, you pass a man's guard and you're just controlling him from side control, wherever you want to go, north, south, go back to side control, mount, come off, take his back.
Oh yeah, soul destroying. That's me.
Or
I like the
you could just relentless guard pass like Merigali or Leandro Lowe, who I taught you about. You didn't know about Leandro Lowe, but I'll take full credit for that. I'll take full credit. It's all good. You know, I'm here to spread wisdom if possible and receive wisdom too.
I said I wanted to be like Leandro Lowe, and I thought I fought like him. And you said I fight like Rafa Mendes, when I don't even know.
Well, I didn't quite say Rafa in that respect, but there's a certain level of Lowe, but there's a mixture.
Open when we drive back.
But you got a good memory because I don't remember that. You owe me gas money, by the way. But anyway, Berimbolo or lapel play?
Berimbolo.
Duarte or Merigali?
Duarte.
Right, see, we're gonna have to wrap up this shoot because.
Oh, he's a tank, man.
Merigali's a problem. Merigali's a problem. Listen,
no, he is. I'm not saying he isn't. You just said it's one or the other.
All right. So your responses, no problem. Okay. Mendes, as in Rafa, or Musumeci?
Mendes. The hell? Like,
right, so
what kind of question is that? Who's making these?
It's late one night. After hours in a gym. Now listen to the scenario. It's late one night, after hours in a gym, no cameras, no crowds, no time limit. Who wins? Lowe, Buchecha, or Hoja?
Hodger.
Gracie?
What the flip? Who is making these questions?
Bruv, you're kind of biased there, but all
I'm
right,
gonna
cool.
stake my guy.
All right, finally, can you win the world title?
Huh?
Can you win the
Yes.
world title?
What is this? I
You're
want to
gonna
be
win a
here,
world
bro.
title. All right, you're on this.
I've been doing business marketing or something.
All right, cool. All right, nice. That's about it, man. Always a pleasure, my friend. Appreciate you for coming in. Is there anything else you want to say? One last message to your competition? What's coming? We're gonna see a more dominant
I can't
Faris.
lie. Yeah, this is facts. You're gonna see a better Faris. Trust me. This year, a lot of things gonna happen this year for me. I promise you. In this next season.
Do you want to tell your people how to hit you up?
Hit me up on the Instagram at Being Faris. Being, like as in B-E-I-N-G, Faris, F-A-R-I-S. And my YouTube channel, obviously I've got some new videos coming up, but because I'm kind of lazy with it, I need to start vlogging more. And obviously, yeah. I don't know, what do you want me to say?
Destroy the buildings. Destroy the buildings. Destroy the buildings.